Distortion effect, given that we are close to the end of the month as well, Stu. And with options expiries, there's a terminology called theta, meaning that the longer you hold the options, the less valuable it is. So there's this distortion effect from what I'm hearing from traders that I've spoken to about how far down we could go and where is the floor and where is the bottom. But there is a lot of fear. I saw the VIX index climbing to the highest in 15 months. And does it surprise you, Stu, that even though we've had warnings about this, that Wall Street seems to be caught surprise that there's this full-scale invasion in Ukraine?
Yeah, we had a lot of warnings, didn't we? I mean, American intelligence was saying they're going to do this, they're going to do that, and they did it.
Yeah.
And, you're right. Wall Street really didn't pay that much attention. I mean, why not? What happened?
So here we are with the Nasdaq 100. We are close to a bear market, so we're down 20% from those peaks. But if you look at the fundamentals and look at the big tech, the Apples of the world, the Amazons that are making $100 billion each quarter that we've seen, at least for the last 2 quarters, it doesn't seem to support the fact that we are back to these 2020 levels once again, does it, Stu?
Yeah,
I mean, there's got to be a re-rating and a rethinking of how much money that these companies have made over the past 2 years.
You're talking about the giants of big tech, the Microsofts, the Amazons, the Googles of this world. And you're right, they've made a ton of money, but they've come so far down. I'm looking at Microsoft now. I'm sorry to indulge my own stock picks here, but
okay.
Microsoft's at 272.
Yeah.
I mean, 3 months ago, that thing was at 350.
Well, look at Facebook and Meta. We are sub 200 now. Yeah. Who would have thought that when we saw 380 levels just around less than 12 months ago for Facebook and Meta shares? Now, as for the broader S&P and the Dow, how these big tech companies do really takes down the rest of the broader market, since we know that the concentration now of their weighting is the highest that we've seen in more than 20 years for 5 stocks put together. So as Apple goes and Facebook and Google and all them, that's how the S&P usually trades as well.
What about this flight to safety in the Treasury, the 10-year Treasury? That's a mark of the anxiety. I mean, you've got it all the way down below 1.9%, 189 right now. That's a flight to safety, isn't it?
Well, if there's a silver lining to all of this, Stu, is the fact that you have Goldman Sachs now pricing in a 16% probability of a 50 basis point hike next month. That was at 30% on Wednesday. So that probability has been sliced in half in just a few days.